Hi, Spencer, how
Hi.
are you?
Great. How are you?
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Happy to
taking the
see you
time.
after a long time.
I know. I'm just having to pull myself away from booking a trip to India. So,
Okay.
thank you so
What
much.
we will do is we'll first do a short meditation and then I will take up the topic, whatever. Huh?
Lovely.
Questions. Okay. So let's sit with our spine, body relaxed. Now let's roll our eyes. Look to your left side and then above, then left side, right side, and then below. Left, right. Let's roll our eyes. 3 times clockwise and then 3 times. Let's roll our eyes anti-clockwise. Rolling is you look to your left or right side and go up and then come down, reverse up, and then left side down and then go up. Roll your eyes. After rolling your eyes, let's blink our eyes a little bit. Just blink and blink and blink. When we don't know something, we blink, right? Now let's blink, knowing we know nothing. We know nothing about the creation and keep blinking. And whatever we know is minuscule. We know very little about the universe. And let's keep blinking and blinking and blinking. And now let's close your eyes. Now let's focus on the fact that we don't know many things. What we know gives us confidence. What we don't know brings us to a mysterious place, a mystical place. So let us focus on what we don't know. How we do it? Just knowing we don't know many things about ourselves, about the world, and about the universe in all. Let's take a deep breath in and let go. What we don't know is much larger in compared to what we know. Let us acknowledge that. Let us acknowledge the fact that what we know is a teeny bit of what we don't know. But what the existence is. Let's take another deep breath in and let go. Let's keep a big smile on our face. And acknowledge the fact We don't know what is the purpose of this universe. We don't know why planets are moving around the sun. Well, there is gravitational force, but what is it? We have no idea. We have no idea when this was created and for what. We know very little about ourselves, our life. And finally, who are you? Ask these questions. Who am I? And we don't know who we are. Just let us acknowledge this fact that we don't know a lot. We don't know practically many things. Another deep breath in and let go. This moment, we are not going to do anything either. We are going to simply rest. We know nothing and we do nothing this moment. The moment we acknowledge the fact we know nothing and we do nothing, our mind expands in all directions. The mind gets released and it flies to both sides, left side and right side, all the way to the wall. Naturally, the awareness goes to both sides, left side and right side. Now let's become aware of the space in front of us too. Let the mind project in the front. And now let the mind project to the back side. Become aware of the space behind your body. Another deep breath in and let go. Now let's take our attention to the space above our head. Another deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bring your attention to your navel region. Our navel region and solar plexus just above that, the vital center, is related to most of our emotions. A gentle attention without much effort is what we need to do right now. A faint and gentle attention is what is required, not an intense awareness. Let go of all your effort. Do not follow the instruction intently, but with a light, gentle attention only. Let's become aware of the vast space all around us, above us, and the vast space in which the earth and all the planets are in. And let go of all your effort again. Let's become aware of a teeny tiny particle and the vast space simultaneously. A gentle attention in between the eyebrows. And a teeny tiny spot therein. If you find yourself putting some effort, just let go. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Then slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. Now let's take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we may gently open your eyes. And gently open our eyes.
Wow, what a beautiful meditation.
That's good, no, Spencer? Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Gurudev, I understand the global team has done a really wonderful job at bringing a lot of new people. Would it be worthwhile to do a little introduction and then go into the questions, or should we just jump into the questions?
Okay, go ahead with little introduction. It's fine.
Okay. Global humanitarian, international master of meditation, and ambassador of peace, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar has really inspired millions the world over to make this life a celebration and to take action to make the world a better place together.
Oh, you want to
Our emotions are a great power within us. When they're flowing in harmony, they can be a source of creativity, innovation, inspiration to serve and celebrate. But there are other times when they are off key, they can hold us back and we can get stuck. Tonight, the master conductor, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, will enlighten us in how to bring harmony to this orchestra of emotions and master them in our life. So we've had many hundreds of questions, Gurudev, and we've taken a selection of a few to ask you, and we hope that will give good response to all those questions that have come in.
Yeah,
Go
ahead, Spencer.
Go ahead. The first question is, my father gets angry at the drop of a hat. My mother cries so easily. What are the chances that I can be cool? Is our emotional makeup based on our genes?
Well, anger is a reflection of one's weakness. And sadness is the result of it. You get angry and then you get sad. And then you are sad, because you are sad, then you get angry again. So this cycle that people go through without knowing what they are. This is where an education about our emotion is so vital to help one to be centered, to be calm, to manage. See, a child gets both angry and it starts crying, but it doesn't last too long. It can just snap from it like that and come to the present and start giggling. But for adult, it takes sometimes months, sometimes years to get rid of these emotions or to overcome these emotions. So one thing is very clear here. There is something that we have missed in the process of our growth that we already had as a child. If you have noticed a child is crying and there is a drop of tears on its cheek and it starts smiling. The tears have not yet gone. It can just snap from any emotions or flip on any emotions. But what is that as adult that doesn't, that prevents us doing that? That doesn't allow us to be in the moment like that. When we look at this, we see our emotions are stored in certain points in our body. So, outside event is just a trigger for these emotions to come into play. Now, if we pay some attention and do meditation and watch the sensation, how every emotion has a definite sensation in a particular point of the body, part of the body, then we can master our emotion. Then we can overcome being a victim of our own emotions. I would say being centered and calm and observing our breath and our emotions, our mind and its patterns, and breathing in rhythm with them are all ways to be more stronger. In this way, we can control our anger, and we will not be made to cry for nothing, or even some big event can give you strength and not make you feel weak and sort of sense of victimization. Yeah.
So this next one is about being reactive says, being emotional makes us reactive. But without emotions, life is dry. How can we nurture our emotions and still be able to respond rather than react to situations?
Broaden our perspective, our perception. We should broaden our perception. Number one. Second thing is, it is very common that we are impulsive, we react when we are not attending to our own mind, our own strength, inner strength. Now, getting to the inner, the aspect of inner strength, again I would say meditation is the way. Through meditation, we can get so centered that we don't get carried away by the event that is happening all around us. Now, this doesn't mean that you are dry like a stick and have no emotions. You have emotions. You can experience, in fact, you can experience much more refined and intense emotions. I'm saying in both refined emotion and intense emotions. But you don't lose your intellect or your ability to perceive the consequences when you express those emotions. In reaction, what happens? You are blind to the consequences of your action. But when you want to respond, your sense of reasoning is still alive, is still intact, and you are still expressing your emotion the way you want. So it's here it's not that emotion which rules you. You have a say over your emotion. You have a knife to cut the vegetable, not that knife tries to cut your hand instead of the vegetable. So you can use your emotions for your advantage rather than being carried away by them. Yeah. Now, we need to pay attention here. No emotion is very fresh in you in one side. On the other side, every emotion every time is fresh. These are completely two opposite way to look at it. An emotion, today's anger is today's anger only. It is. It's fresh. This moment, even not today, even this moment, when you are angry, this emotion is right now. But the pattern you have had before also. So it's like a river. The river is Mississippi River is very ancient, like Ganges is very old. But the water is very fresh in it. Every moment there is new water. In the same way, when the emotions are there in you, if you are experiencing anger, this is not the first time you have experienced it. It's an old pattern that is coming into you. Now, how do you snap out of the pattern? Breathing. Breath comes to your help. Sudarshan Kriya, sky breathing technique, Sudarshan Kriya technique. These are the techniques which help you to understand the rhythm of or the patterns that we have cultivated over a period of time in ourselves. So you can snap out of the pattern. On the other hand, when the emotions are there every moment, every day, there is either there is love or there is anger, there is frustration, there are positive and negative emotions, and that's what makes us life. We should not say none of these should exist. They can exist, but they cannot. You can be in swimming pool, but you cannot drown in it. You see, you know how to swim through it, swim in it. In the same way, spirituality or meditation or those techniques, um, those ways in which you can enjoy the richness of emotion, yet not get carried away, where you end up regretting later on when you get sense, when you're over the hump, then you start regretting. That can be avoided with wisdom, with meditation. Yeah.
Wow. So this one is about fear of rejection. They say, I didn't apply to my favorite college because I was afraid of being rejected. I didn't propose to the girl I liked because I was afraid she would say no. I have thought 100 times before sending this question because I was afraid it may never get selected. How to deal with this fear of rejection?
I would tell you again, you go deep in meditation. When you are centered, you know you are the light. You are the love that you are seeking in others. You don't need approval of anybody, I tell you. If people reject you, remember they simply don't know who you are. This will help you. Suppose someone rejects you. They are rejecting because they don't know who you are. Once they know who you are, they can't but love you. Because inside of you, there is so much wealth. You are so precious. You have so many good qualities. Pay attention to the good qualities. No doubt you may have weaknesses. But the weaknesses are temporary. But your strength is there with you forever. Strength is your nature. So when you move away from your weakness and focus on your own strength and go deep within yourself and discover how beautiful, how lovely you are, you don't mind if everybody rejects you. Got it? And that type of inner strength is what makes you stand up in the world and achieve what you want. Right? Just do it for a few days and see. Just do it. Do this. You are precious life, human being on this planet. Just remember, you are so precious. Nature has put you, or God has put you here, made you a very precious human being. And if someone doesn't recognize that preciousness, it is their fault. There is a diamond lying, and if someone doesn't think it's a diamond, they think it's just a marble, it is their blindness, isn't it? That's what we should say. Someone is a running nose and they cannot feel the fragrance, and you are such a fragrant flower. A rose doesn't lose its fragrance, it's always there. But someone doesn't feel it and they reject it because their nose is blocked. Right? So you must pay attention to yourself. If you don't reject yourself, then you are done. It's because you reject yourself and you look for people to appreciate you or approve, and that approval you are seeking from others doesn't come. It will not come because you are rejecting yourself. This is the basic issue. So from right now, you do from today itself, that you will not reject yourself. Okay?
So, next question is about hormones and emotions. It says, doctors say my mood swings are because of hormones. Am I just a puppet of some chemical changes in my body over which I have no control?
See, your intellect here is stronger, and because you understood this is because of hormone. So that puts a break. You understand, oh, I am feeling this way, it's because of my hormone. This very thought has already put a break out to you. Instead of getting completely sucked into the emotion, you are standing up and above it and you realize what is happening. Every emotion has a corresponding sensation in the body. And it is connected with certain endocrine glands and hormones in the body, no doubt. But the secret is, your mind and your breath can also create antidotes to those emotions. They can also influence your emotions. Breath is the link between our mind and body. So our emotions and our sensations are all linked to our breath. So doing breathing exercises, breathing and meditation together, what happens? The hormones, it has an impact on our endocrine system. So it has a big impact on our hormones. So through which you can, instead of popping up the tablets, pills, day and night, you can as well overcome the negative emotion and increase your positive emotion, whatever you want to express in life through your own breath, my dear. Breathing techniques and meditation. Again is, it sounds like, oh, for everything there is only breathing and meditation. But what to do? That's how it is. Because it's the breath that is keeping us alive. You know, you can stuff in any amount of pills and stop breathing. See, none of the pills are of any use, of any impact on you. So our sleep, good sleep, active mind, joyful mind, enthusiastic mind, proper food intake, exercise, all this adds to it, you know. They all contribute to our well-being. So emotional well-being cannot be achieved without paying attention to our breath and our state of mind. And state of mind again in turn depends on the wisdom that we have. How we perceive our own life, how we perceive people around us, how we perceive the world and the events that are here. You know, if our intellect is clogged with prejudice or notions, and we keep projecting the same notions in the future, we continue to reel in fear, anxiety and negativity. So we need to free our mind, and that is being now and here. So these techniques, breathing, meditation, help us to be in here and now. And even happiness is a habit, you know. Like sadness is also a habit. If you want to be miserable, nobody wants to be miserable, but you cultivate a sense of habit to be miserable. putting a long face and seeing only negative things and every day think, oh, we're focusing on what doesn't work all the time, then our mind gets adjusted to such a pattern, it continues to reel in it. The propounder of yoga, Maharishi Patanjali, said santosha is something you have to practice. Santosha means contentment or happiness, is something we have to practice. Like cleanliness. He said shaucha means cleanliness. You have to practice cleanliness. Right? It doesn't just fall on you. You have to brush your teeth. You have to take shower. You have to change your clothes. Cleanliness is something that we have to practice. Like we have a dental hygiene, we brush our teeth, we wash our body, we have to take care of our mind also. Mental hygiene is what meditation is all about. So, meditating a few minutes keeps our slate clean to write new. Right? Similarly, emotions. I say if you want to get angry, your anger should be fresh, not the stale anger. Don't pick up all that which happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago. Be angry for what it is now. It's okay. But that anger cannot last too long. It should have a short shelf life. Your anger comes and it should just disappear. It should not be like a stone. It should be like a fresh vegetable which doesn't last, one day, at the most few hours, I would say. It's healthy. Okay? So when the storms of emotions are coming, be solid like a rock. It doesn't do anything to you. And be solid like a rock, that it doesn't carry you away. And when emotions are coming up like sunshine, smile and spread them all around you. Yeah? For you are very precious. Do not forget this fact that there is light inside you and you are the light. Yeah. Okay. One last short question I'll take.
One last short question. Okay, we have a few more here. Let's look at the ones. Okay. How about one for all the students? We had many students that wanted to ask you questions about the exams. So here's one. When exams come, the fear of failure completely surrounds me and makes me lose confidence in everything. How can I overcome this?
When it surrounds you, just give in. Know that you have already failed. Okay, what next? What worse can happen? You have already failed. But will you sit back because you have already failed? No. You will make a second attempt, right? Whenever your fear comes, you know you have failed and this is your attempt once again in that direction. Just have this thought and see what would happen. That anxiety of failure will go away because you have already failed. And every failure is a stepping stone of success. Take it from me, every single failure is one step towards success. Okay? If there are more questions, I'll take interesting ones, Spencer. I'll take maybe next couple of weeks. Huh? I think today this is good enough to digest. We will go over it next week or the week after.
Thank you so much, Guru Dev, for your wisdom and the very profound meditation.
Bye. Lovely.
Bye-bye.
Lovely.
So tonight, everyone, we have an announcement. Guru Dev is going to be guiding us through a multi-part series of wisdom. And this is going to be a deep dive into various different topics. So with that being said, we would like to hear from you. What would you like Guru Dev to speak on next? So take part in the conversation. Join us on Telegram, on our Telegram group, to let us know what you'd like to learn more about. You can join on your phone by clicking in the link that's actually in the pinned chat in the comments below the video here. The link you'll see is right there. You can just click. It's t.me/live with Guru Dev. So once again, t.me/LIVE/WITHGURUDEV. t.me/live with Guru Dev. So just take a moment right now and you can participate in the vote and make your vote count. And also, we're really interested to hear what your experience was. What is your understanding of what Guru Dev shared? Share your thoughts and experiences. Take a moment to share your experiences in the chat below. We would love to hear from you. And with that, thank you so much for joining us for Mastering Emotions with the Master himself, Guru Dev, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Don't forget to take a moment to like the video and subscribe below, and looking forward to seeing you on our next edition. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.